let's face it, sim racing has become too expensive, and that's why we've set up our membership here at Apex Racing Sim. This is our sim centre in Corby, and you can use the rigs here for as little as £20 a month. And that's not just for a one-off, that's as much as you want for an entire month. So just head over to apexracingsim.com to become a member.
Hello and welcome to the penultimate round of the championship in the Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup. We have only a few races of this season remaining before we are going to be able to crown our 3 drivers champions as well as our teams champions for this, the season 15 of the series. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick, alongside me is David Sampson. We are here in the Apex Racing TV esports studio, and we've got Hockenheim coming up for us tonight. 2 heats, a B final and an A final. And David, it's still looking pretty alive going into these last couple of rounds, and we head back into the heat final, as it will be the case for next time as well, after the hour-long race we had last time out.
Yep, been a fantastic season, like you say, all still to play for, and I mean, still can't pin down who's going to win what. I think it's been fantastic. Obviously going to Hockenheim, brilliant track, and heat racing is a brilliant format, so yeah, really excited to see how we get on.
Very excited indeed. Let's have a look at our championship points then, going into this round of the season. And it is Joe Pedrick at the top of the pro standings, 26 points clear at the moment. He did lose a few points last time out. He didn't have a good time of it, did Joe, at all? Similar to what he did actually in the last B format race as well, back at Le Mans. Not strong in those races, but he has been very strong in the A format races. So it's down to 26 points. Ole there, but it doesn't look like anyone else is going to be able to play a part. Elias out of the championship already, and unfortunately the chassis cars just a bit too far back after their first half of the season. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I mean, it's still to play for. The points can swing in these last 2 rounds, but yeah, I mean, solid track, heat format, do plenty of chances to score points in the various races. So yeah, he does look like a shoo-in, but Ollie has been absolutely fabulous all season. So I think it's still a battle. Yes, and of course a few points lost for Ole last time out. Remember, he was 2 seconds clear after the first few laps, wasn't he? And ended up only finishing 3rd place behind the Greek drivers. So we'll see if he can improve on that, where he does need a big points haul today. In the Pro-Am Championship right now, we've got Pascal Whale, who also lost points last time out. It was a really good performance from Lars Vatsik. One of his best of the season, probably was his best of the season last time after a little bit of a tricky run of form. He managed to take 14 points out of his main rival. But Whale, similar to Patsuk, who's at the top of the amateurs, just is able to avoid incidents all the way through. He hasn't really had a bad round so far, and so it's difficult to imagine, unless Vatsik, finishes on an overall podium, something like that, for him to really be usurped. Yeah, it's been a close battle. He has looked fantastic this season. You've got people like Bjorklund in 3rd, who seem to be really slow start into the season. All to play for still, though. But yeah, I mean, if WoW can do what WoW has been doing, secure big points, that's what he's done all season, like you say, he's probably got this. And in the Amateur Championship, this one is sewn up. Hayden Patsuk, he can secure it today if he outscores Luke Blow by, I think, 28 points, then that would be the championship confirmed. So we'll see if he can deliver that one, but even if he doesn't, he will undoubtedly do it next week. In the Teams Championship, a big change in the last couple of rounds. Chessie Esports have gone from a little bit of a falling away 3rd to the top now, quite incredibly. A terrible round last time out for the Fenstervansand.com Line GP team. Has dropped them from 1st to 3rd, and then the Fenster.com team in 2nd. Unbelievable. Place there. We would have lost money on that bet. Yeah. Really impressive. And Chessie, of course, won it last year. Sure did, yep. But yeah, I mean, Line GP, lots of drivers, 2 teams, looked really strong all season. So what an achievement to be leading the way as Chessie now. Yes, really good effort from them. In terms of our calendar, we have got just 1 more round to go after this one, Adelaide. We'll be cool to go to that Australian circuit for the final round. In terms of the format, it is the A format today. It's the 2 heats, the B final and the A final, so which should be a lots of fun. And in terms of the weather, it is dry and is you know, 1% chance of rain really at Adelaide next time out, so it's not going to rain there. So we're not going to have any rain this season. And not even any rain forecast. It's been 0% every single round.
Yep. And we do it random, just one attempt on the generate, and yeah, no luck. Yeah, it's been a surprise. We've usually had, I'd say, an average of 2. Maybe 2 extra have been forecasted,
Usually
but not come.
it's like 1, I'd say for every 10, 1 is heavy rain, 1 is mixed, 8 are dry.
And then 2 never come at all.
Yeah.
Whereas this has been, like you say, 0 forecast at all for any rain all season.
Might be something to do with the iRacing sort of weather change that they did at the start of the season when it came to the forecasts. But yeah, hopefully we get some rain in future championships. In terms of Apex Racing Sim, you may have seen a little video featuring myself earlier on, because here at our sim centre here in Corby, Northamptonshire in the UK, we have started our membership, so you can become a member for as little as £20 a month, and you get access to our simulators that we have downstairs. They use VRS equipment. Each one is worth about 10 grand or so. It's really high quality stuff, ultra wide screens, really nice seats, very much the latest tech when it comes to PCs as well. And so you can become a member over at apexracingsim.com, a bronze, silver or gold member if you are based in the Northamptonshire area. I appreciate lots of people aren't even in the UK, have never been to the UK. It might not be for you, but if you just happen to be in this wonderful part of the country that we reside, then perhaps that will be good for you.
If you can find cheap flights, it might work out financially.
Yeah, it's
really
like,
cheap.
Like if you're based in like Germany, it can only be like 80 quid return trip, right? So, and considering how generously priced our subscription is, it could be worth your while. So,
correct.
Do recommend it. We announced a series earlier on, the Apex Racing League Prototype Championship. It's season 10. Of that features GTP and LMP2 cars, and it will be taking this Thursday night slot. We'll be broadcasting it from the studio, starting in 3 weeks' time. So do head over to apexracingleague.com in order to register for that. Already a lot of the spots taken. We only announced it a few hours ago.
Always a good
people
series.
Are very keen to take parts in it. So yes, what class would you take parts in if you were doing that? Because at the moment, the LMP2s are more popular than the GTPs.
I would probably go LMP2, yeah. It's having a bit of a resurgence. And, I mean, the GTPs, it's if you don't drive them, it's a lot to learn. That's how I feel about the car, whereas LMP2 is a bit more approachable.
We have got our track guide now for Hockenheim, which is the host of this circuit. T1 is one awful corner.
Especially in qualifying, you only get obviously your 2 attempts, but you've got to slam that curb in this car. The more this is like Watkins Glen. The closer you get to the off-track, the safer it is, and the better line you have. But if you're wrong by an inch, then you pick up quite the bounce. This technical section, I say technical. It's not difficult, but it's hard to be fast all the way to the hairpin. I think that's the key here. But yeah, then we're going to have the long run, which means Monza-esque draft all the way down. And it obviously opens up. You can easily fit 3 wide on the entry. Not super advised because the way the corner closes up into quite a tight corner. And then obviously you've got that sausage on the outside, which unfortunately is useful. But with 2-3 wides, it causes the outside car to, bump on the curb, and it can cause incidents. Here, the sweeping turn 7. We probably won't see many opportunities here, but it's about setting up for the next corner where we will see opportunities. Probably not around the outside because it's solo grip, but definitely an opportunity for overtake. And then this last section is actually quite technical in the car. Very easy to overdo it. Very easy to abuse the rears. And it's just about hooking it up to set you up for the run to the finish. The last corner is a good one when you nail it. I hate the corner when you don't because it's about as awkward as the corner can be.
Sure. Yep, that's our circuit. Welcome to everyone who's watching along, by the way. We've got a lot of Hayden Putzek fans in chat.
He's had a good season.
Prepared for his coronation today. He is by far the championship leader in the amateurs, so best of luck to him. In terms of our picks today, I have gone for your friend and mine, Tony Despotakis, to win in the pros. He was second place last time out. We were sort of backing him to pull off the move on Caracalus, but it never really came in the closing stages. But I think he's in very good form and back from missing a few rounds of the season earlier on. He was my pick right at the start of the championship to win the whole thing. Lars Vatzik have gone for Pro-Am. That's more out of hopium, really, to keep him in the championship. Battle wanted to come down to the last round, so best of luck to Lars. And then Hayden Putzek in the end. I went for him, I think, for the first time last week, just because I don't like being boring, but he has absolutely dominated the AMs in the last few rounds. So he's really the only guy you can go for.
Yep, indeed. Although my picks are different. I went for Porsche for Pro. I know it's tough. It is a bit of hopium. He has been solid, and he's been up against the two big teams that make up probably 50-60% of the front of the grid most races, so it's really impressive what he's been able to achieve. Bjorklund, who I like, he's a good driver. Didn't have the best start to the season, but I think his second half looks a lot stronger. Again, a bit of a hopium, but I hope he can do well. And it's tough. Yes, Hayden's looked very strong. Andre Bruyne, he's had a good season, hit and misses, but when he's on it, he's on it. And if anyone can take the opportunity to maybe pip Hayden, I've picked Andre for that today.
Well, we will go to qualifying in just a moment. We'll play an ad before that, and then we'll be seeing who is at the top of the amateur qualifying standings.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Welcome to Hockenheim. We're just in the closing stages now of the amateur qualifying. And right now it is a familiar face at the top, Hayden Putzek on pole by about a tenth and a half, albeit all the drivers still trying a final attempt right now. Joey Islands for Altitude VM Esports started the season so well.
He did,
back at Interlagos, battling up in the top 10 overall, and since then he has not been able to recapture that form at any round, lacking a little bit of pace, but more often than not it's just gets it caught up in instants.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean the AM has been competitive, but I mean who's fallen off? Not fallen off, but I actually thought Blair might have had a shot at this championship at one point. Was it Blair and Blow who got off to a...
Blair and Blow?
Yeah, I think they got off to an absolute stormer at the start of the season. Yeah, Joey looked good. Hayden had the poles but no wins. I think that was the mantra at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he only took pole for the first time in the previous rounds. And it looks like he's going to be able to double that tally unless someone can beat him here. It's not going to be Gio Sheffield. He returns back to the pits. Fortunately, the drivers won't have to deal with that pit entry today as long as they don't get any damage at any point. Patrick's not going to improve. Ireland crosses the line, and it's not an improvement for him. Luke Blow as well doesn't improve. I don't think Hodgson's going to get anywhere near his time, but he might be able to get up a place here, Hodgson. And he does. So it's the second pole of the season for Hayden Puttock.
Yeah, what a time to do it, to lock up the championship. And there is enough of a gap there that you could see quite a few pro-ams end between Hayden and Joey. I mean, Hayden just needs to finish, not getting caught in the championships. He doesn't need to win.
Yeah. Like, there is a potential that Hayden could potentially not... Oh, it's Blair, actually, with a very late attempt, moves up into third position, so good effort for him there. Unfortunately, of course, we do have the qualifying where not all the drivers are on the same track as each other, so we will miss a few times because we literally cannot tell. There's 2 sessions going on simultaneously.
Yeah, it's a strange...
We see the timings for the session we're spectating at any one time.
Yeah, it's a strange old system. I get it because it's a heat format, but yeah, I never really thought about it being a heat qualifying.
Yeah.
And it really does mess you up at a draft track like Le Mans, where you can work together as a team, and then bam, you're in qualifying, but you're not in the same session.
Yeah. Yeah, the first 30 drivers who register for the session in practice go into one group, and then everyone else goes into the second group, and that is a spin early on for Daniel Cialfi, and he'll have to go back to the pits, I think. And that is quite a bit of time wasted at the start of this session.
I think his tyres were cold as ice.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Yep. Thank you. No, that was good.
No, you can't say something like that and then when it's that bad and just go, oh no, and just gaslight us and be like, no, it was good though. Oh, okay, sure, yeah, if you say so. Naj Zombor, who's had some decent form. I think he had some decent form last time out, did Zombor. Generally, it's just been looking much better for the chassis cars recently. Albeit I do get Zombor and Zegrai mixed up together. But actually, no, Zombor was actually on pole last time out and got the fastest out. Didn't finish on the podium in the race, but did certainly have a lot of good speed. So watch out for him.
I'm not sure about second gear in that corner. Never driven the car here, but it didn't look or sound right. But I do love this track.
Not sure if our faces are going to come up in the stream once again.
Oh yeah.
I think Lewis may have got tired of us. As see these first few times, not getting the top.
I'll put my shirt back on. There you go.
There they are. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna zoom in a bit. This is. People love this stuff, you know, when we're doing stuff on the fly.
For sure. Take your laptop with you won't miss a beat. Okay, we're on board with Levente here. So this is for a push lap. See how he gets on. Perfect. Okay, down to first gear, turn in late, apex, open the wheel, get that throttle down, use the curve to sort of bounce you back in. Move up to fifth gear, nice and flat here. Now I would imagine third in this corner. Like, it might just been the camera angle I was watching. Second. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Big lift there. Bit of a surprise because that looked like an underdrove exit.
But I saw one of the amps do that a little bit earlier on as well, so I don't know. I don't know if that's the strat.
You want to trust it all the way out, yeah, which he does, that's nice. But you got to trust it. Here it's just about hanging on to the grip levels, using the camber of the track to pull you around. Oi, too much. And yeah, very technical double apex here, very technical. Oh, unfortunately lost the rear a bit there, which is actually going to cost him a little bit for the next lap.
He moves up to P9, but others will do better than that, including probably himself later on. Carter moves up to P4. He's already signed up for the Prototype League, actually, starting in a few weeks' time.
Jensen
LMP2.
Up to P2 already.
Matthew Collin doing qualifying, which well,
Are you smelling the quality?
he wasn't exactly invited. Let's put it that way. Let's see. We'll see about that. But it is the Belgians in second and third right now.
I'm not sure I'd forget if I got a quali ban, personally. I've never had one though. You've never been brave enough.
Yeah.
No, I don't break the rules.
Too much power.
Yeah, I don't break the rules.
Yeah.
Right,
A bad word from you, and I'm out. I live my life to appease you.
Ah, okay. Perfect. So Aiden Carter in P5. Who's out there going quick? Oh, I would say get the sector times on, but it's not really going to work well in heat racing, is it? Because when we switch sessions, it nukes it.
Well, there you can see. That's an example of it.
9
the time's
minutes.
very long because we started watching a driver and then we've gone away from them, and then iRacers have gone, oh wow, this is a long lap because you know, they haven't completed it yet. But you can see green, and a purple there from Shop. Where does that put Shop? 8th place, so he's got the pace in the final sector. It's everywhere else.
Org up
needs to find it.
5, Carter up to 4.
Hutchinson's up to 1st. Ever since he made his return to ARA mid-season, he has been on very good form. Hasn't necessarily been able to put it all together across the meetings so far, but there's no doubt he's got the pace.
Yes, indeed. But like I mentioned about Hayden Puttock and Joey Island, there was enough of room at the moment. At the moment, we've got 3 cars separating them. Obviously not that Hayden needs that many points, but it goes to show how important qualifying is in the lower divisions. Well, in all divisions, but it really does amplify it in AM, I feel. Especially if you're a quali specialist, so you can score a lot of points in AM. Whereas there, Luke Blow has blown it. Because that's a huge gap for him. Not much of a time difference, you know, only 2/10 is 10 positions at the moment, and that's only going to exacerbate once the pros head out. Who's out there going quick? What can we see?
Daniel Alfie finally getting in some laps after, of course, his very troubled start to the session, so watch out for him to gain a lot of place. I'm seeing him do a pretty good first sector. Daniel Koenig, watch out for him. I think he's already got a pole position this season, but he's down in 12th place right now. He's actually got a very good first sector as Koenig.
Pascal, wow, really needs a lap at the moment. He's down in P22. Lars Ratic up to P2, Bjorkland up to P8. So that's really separated the AM drivers now.
Koenig is still going very fast out there. Beendorf moves up to P4. I think he's just going through the final few corners at the moment, so be interested to see where he can go, because his first sector was electric. His second sector was pretty good. He's missed the apex slightly there, and it might be a bit of a compromised end to the lap. And with the times as close as they are,
careful of an off track there.
I think it's fallen away from him right at the end.
Bosh.
He needs to be there, and that's, I mean, you think how much time there was available in those final couple of corners.
Yep.
Definitely enough for pole.
Yes, indeed.
Was still a decent final sector, a couple of tenths off the best.
We're on board with Pascal here. What can he do? His first sector was okay. Second sector was very strong.
Isn't it?
Second sector strong.
I think it's going to be outside the top 10 though.
Yeah, struggling here. P14. He has time. No, he doesn't have any time for no more.
He has one more.
Oh yeah, because you can start it, of
Yeah.
course. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, Zico's lost it. And he might block the circuit for others. Rolls off, thankfully. Okay, just tow it. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't going to get round to start another lap.
And that is the corner on the out lap, on the watch lap just a moment ago. I mentioned it's just about managing the grip and the downshifts, because, yeah, you want to just use the camber to pull you around, but anything else and the car can unsettle. It's Gordon Hogg temporarily takes provisional pole, but Jensen, he's looked the fastest Pro-Am driver out there. But snags it back.
But old school 1, 2, 4 there. Adjinson's, Hogg and Bjorkman been part of ARL for years and doing very well at the top of the standings. See if anyone else can get closer than Pascal Wales. Still on a lap here. His first sector is better. His second sector is not sure if he's crossed the line for his second sector. Now he has. It's better. So this is it might be good enough for the top 10. It's not going to trouble the top, but it's only a small improvement he needs to get up a few rows.
This looks good though. Nice speed carried here. Let's see his double right. That looks good. That half-baked. Oh, he carried okay speed though. Yeah, okay, he'll get a good run off the line. Let's say P9 with some hopium.
Picks a very small gap.
P14. And he hasn't got time, right? I don't think he crossed the line in time.
I think that is Ev.
So our Pro-Am Championship leader with a very underwhelming qualifying.
Hog with an insane second sector. I don't know if he's cut a corner, but I'm seeing his second sector is like a quarter of a second faster than everyone else. How's he done that? It's on a 44.9. The best I can see is a 45.2 from everyone else. So Hog, I mean, the rest lap does. Although the first sector was really bad. Final sector was good. I don't know what that lap was there from Gordon Hawk, or whether it's our timing screen messing up, but his first sector, he dropped 4 tenths, and the rest of the lap was basically made up for it. I don't understand.
I'm not sure. Maybe a slowdown, or like you say, a session issue with the heats. All right, our pros take to the track. Expect some big lap times.
And this is already their first flying lap, albeit they're doing the Daytona strats again. Slash monster strats as well. No one wants to lead. Postrup just goes on with it.
Yeah.
Of course, needs to, well, at least needs to beat the championship leader at least tonight.
Patrick,
if he's
is he out there? He is. He's just not on the track yet. Oh no,
he's in the other group.
He's in the other group.
So seemingly was a little bit late to sign up to the session. Perhaps was Pedrick.
It may have been deliberate. Like if you want to ensure you're in the same session as your teammates, late is probably the best way of doing it. Because even if you do it as you tick over, if 20, 30 people will do that as well, then you don't make it.
Sure. I think the issue for him is that he's not with his teammates. He's got a Renova competition, a Chessie Esports, and a Sim RC.
Oh yeah, just the 4 of them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't complain to that though. Nice quiet session. But yeah, the draft, yeah, it is quite big here.
Well, that's the only way I can see Hawk setting that lightning second sector, is maybe he had a draft down to T6.
Patrick on his first lap, straight in. Our Pro Championship leader. I think that lap will be pipped, but still, excellent job. Lovely controlled line.
Looks very in control at the moment.
Gazer to P7.
Yeah, Gazer's also in this group. Everyone in this group sort of went for their first flying lap, whereas I think everyone in the other group sort of backed off and tried to get into a better track position for their second lap.
It's looking very controlled, like you say. Lots of speed. Throttle nice and early. Very controlled traction. All the way out. Is he going to take anything inside? No one has been. I assume the pickup's just too bouncy. Oh no, he is. Okay, so I was right. Okay, yeah, so that's what the Pro-Ams and AMs were missing a little bit there, grabbing that inside here. Very nice speed through the corner. Very nicely done. He doesn't have no sign of tracking out. He's so much further down the corner by the time he exits with his speed he's carrying. He's going to use the curb. This is looking very tidy.
Well, this is going to go even faster now for Joey Pedrick. And he's 3 tenths clear.
Yeah, what a lap to watch. Postrup to P7, Karakalis to P2. Despotakis to P10. Monoch 21, not the lap he wanted.
Yeah, Morot's in good form recently.
Mm.
So that is unusual, but you can see he's at the end of this next lap, albeit, yeah, I'm not sure what his first 2 sectors were, honestly. It's in the apex a little bit in the penultimate corner, maybe that's deliberate.
And Finn's out there as well, see what he can manage. He's been, I saw him doing officials actually, he looked rapid.
Yeah. Because he's a teammate to Joe Pedrick.
Yeah.
There is
Oh.
Finn.
Who is that parking ahead of him?
Capel?
Oh.
Seemingly does some real-life driving, does Max. I'm not entirely sure if he's watching it back or if any of his friends and family are watching. Let us know what that profile picture is from.
Or probably him sat in a race car wearing a helmet, if I had to guess.
Really appreciate David's contributions on the broadcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Every week you become more and more like Henman. And I realise that, you know, because I'm probably the only one who watches tennis, you know, you watch the stream, no one knows what I'm talking about. But that's as big an insult as I could possibly give someone.
Brilliant.
So,
Thank you.
Kakaulis in P2, Despotakis just behind him. Was the top 2 from last time out. Kakaulis getting the better after a very topsy-turvy season for Kakaulis. It came together, some fantastic fuel saving, and was able to fend off Despotakis in the closing stages.
No, 5 Pro-Ams ended up between the AM Pro and the AM P2 in the end. So we could even see that expand here. So excellent qualifying for Hayden Puttock, absolutely excellent. P12 at the moment. I wonder how he would have fared in Pro-Am. Where would he have finished in Pro-Am at the moment?
He would be 3rd.
Wow.
Ahead of Kim Andre Bjorklund, Aidan Carter, and David Koenig.
Yeah, that's insane.
Demonstrating how good he's been. And he missed a round as well.
So one with Karakalis here, currently sitting P2.
He is improving on this lap, but the sectors still aren't better than Joe Pedrick. It looks like he's still going to be about a 10th down. Even if he does nail this final sector.
Schultz, this is our newer member. Well, I think it's his 3rd round. Lovely line there at the end.
Yeah, would have got a draft for the rest of the lap. Let's see if it comes to anything for him. Hasn't set a lap so far. And he still hasn't set a lap.
Yeah, he's probably a bit too close to the car in front. He's actually going to have to pass for the hairpin if he wants to get a lap in.
As Finn Wieberhaus goes to the top, what a lap that is from the German driver at his home circuit.
Yeah, I figured Finn would be fast. I've seen him, as they doing officials and hanging with the 10K dudes.
And after a bit of a weak qualifying last time out at Sebring for the Line GP cars, they now sit 1st, 2nd and 4th. Nico Handke, who is new to the series, he's part of Line GP xfenster.com. Now there are now 3 different Line GP teams because you can only have 3 drivers per team. And you can't add any drivers to a team this late on in the season, so we've had to make a 3rd team for Nico that only he is part of.
Well, they're all the same livery.
Yes.
That's great. I've never heard of Line GP coming into this series, but they've got a great bunch of drivers.
It would be good though if they could establish who their main team is, Line GP. If Line GP could establish who their main team was.
Oh, a Lion's main. It's not bad.
Thank you.
4.
Out of 4.
Of course.
Gazer moves up into 3rd position. Despotakis moves up to 2nd position, so Pedrick dropping down slightly. It's now Line GP 1, 2, 3.
But that gap from Finn is sizable.
Yeah, I think he had a draft on it as well. That might not even be possible for Pedrick, seeing that he just doesn't have a draft on anyone in his session. Meanwhile, Finn can work with his teammates.
Yeah.
He might work with a teammate here as well.
I think the gap between 5th and 2nd is the same as Finn's 1st to 2nd. Roughly. I didn't math too hard, but it's roughly.
Ostrup going alone, as we sometimes see, but only 6th fastest for him right now. Tropicana Sunshines.
Yeah, I say he doesn't have a teammate, so on these tracks with the big draft, he has to get lucky if he's going to hook one up, but he usually just goes it alone, focuses on the lap he can do. There's no free lunch. Sometimes the big drafts can cost you in the future corners if you're too close.
Bay overheating his tyres at the end of this lap. It is a cold track surface today, as it has been for most of the season. We use the similar dates to real life, and so most of these dates have been in the winter, apart from Adelaide next time out.
Adam Reed in chat. Yep, yeah, we know. We interviewed Finn about it, actually. We was lucky enough to chat to him. Yeah, HRT, quite the team. Yeah, he's a factory Mustang driver. Jacob Curtis in pro pole for Raceforge in AM and Pro-Am. That went unnoticed.
Caracallis to the top. What a lap from the Scuderia Volpe by P1 Sim driver.
Wow.
And there is very little time for anyone to challenge that. His lap was, well, it was a brilliant first sector and a brilliant final sector as well. So you don't think he got a draft necessarily, but
he has 3 Lion GP Fenster.com drivers behind him. All the same Lion GP team. I like Caracallis, so this is going to be fun to watch. And yeah, GG's to Raceforge there for pole in AM and Pro-Am. That one unnoticed, unfortunately. Well, it didn't, because we've brought it to light now, but
yeah,
great job.
And when you say we, you obviously mean we have not the viewers.
Correct.
We would have caught that anyway.
Well, most of you has missed it.
Sure. So our grid then for Heat 1 of the evening, and unfortunately we can't bring that to you at the moment. So it's probably something to do with we have got the beta software at the moment, so maybe it's something to do with that. So I don't actually have any information on it, unfortunately.
If I had to, it's going to be Caracallis. It won't be Finn. So it'll be Petrick.
No, it wasn't Petrick. He's in number 2 with Porsche. That's what I know. Okay, here we go. Well, we're about to get underway anyway. The top 2 haven't yet gridded up. In fact, I think is it Caracallis and Despotakis who are yet to grid up. You can see those top 2 spots. Still got another 48 seconds to go. Despotakis now hops onto the grid. But it's Caracallis, Despotakis, Gazer, Handke, Horg, Bjorkland, Koenig, Putuk, Pindal, Frisch, I think. Remember, top 12 go through to the A final. The rest will go into the B final. Everyone's on the grid now. And George Caracallis and Tony Despotakis looking for another 1-2 here. 5 lights are on. And away we launch, and it's a very clean start for our pole sitter. 0 wheel spin there, and he's able to comfortably take the racing line, and it's a good start as well for Despotakis to slot into position. Further back, one of the Sim Racing Norway cars having to go off. That's Gordon Horg, and he is dangerously wide there. I think he escapes a slowdown at least, as they're battling a little bit further back, and battling for second position as well, as Despotakis has to take the defensive line. But this is where the overtakes are going to be very possible down into the T6 happen.
Yeah, and our 1-2 from last week, who we know now are friends. So
frenemies, aren't they?
Frenemies, yeah. They have protested each other, which I thought was cute. Yeah, Gazer with a big run here. Denying the draft there is tough. This is going to take precision to work together as, yeah, the Lion GP Royals get that boxed out. But the chassis tires are together with Gazer and Lampert, I think. Trying to keep up because we've got the new name in there as well.
Yeah, Handke, who is a pro driver, by the way, as he slots on the inside.
Oh, that was nicely done.
And a little bit forced out there as well for Lampert.
I think Lampert drove into a gap that was just about to close, to be fair. It was literally closing and he poked his nose. All through safely, though. I don't see any major accidents or major position shifts. Gordon Horg down 4, probably the biggest change. I would have loved to have seen that battle, though, for the Q positions the way they were. Because that's the only thing, I suppose, one thing we lose about heat racing, we just like, nope, slice it up.
Sure.
But we get the A final to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
back.
it builds it up, doesn't it, for the A final?
Correct.
As Kakas and Despotakis making a little bit of a break for it. Patsuk's doing well in P10. He is down 1 place. Hawk down 4 places. You saw him go wide at T1. And yeah, just
No, it
got
was
forced out a lot.
Karakalis, who won out last week, if I remember rightly, to Despotakis.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, big. I mean, they're working together lovely here. It seemingly was a very over-aggressive move, I thought, from Handker on Gazer at the T6 hairpin. It forced Gazer off. Gazer actually able to get back ahead now to P3.
Yeah, it can be hard on the first lap because, yeah, sometimes you're jockeying for position, trying to just cover off. It can be very difficult. Cold tyres, first time heavy on the brakes. If you're perfectly safe and the nicest guy on lap 1 T6 hairpin, you usually are the one who loses out the most. So, yeah.
I don't know if Lewis can find the Gazer overtake on Handker. Sorry, I don't know if Handker let him back pass because, yeah, I'm not quite sure where he managed to get that done on lap 1. But yeah, Gazer back ahead now. 7 minutes to go. Here was the move. And you'll see the second the line GP car in the middle. And yeah, I don't think it's quite enough. But yeah, then there was the. Sorry, it was Despotakis then who was quite aggressive. And then...
oh, we did see this move get done in the left-hander. He dove down the inside and got it done. It was a very nice move.
Yes.
Very late committal. Yeah, very nice done. And this was that gap that... Yeah, I think he just drove into a closing gap. Yeah, they've basically broke the track. No, they haven't quite.
Hawk trying to get past Frisch, trying to get back one of those places that he lost earlier on, but he's really losing a lot of time fighting this. Yeah. And here comes Patsuk, going to try to overtake them. And it really comes down to who's going to get the slipstream here. Patsuk might be boxed in, or is he able to slalom his way past these two drivers?
Yeah, he will be able to, and he can move over now. Oh. And I think he's going to get both of them.
Oh, and into the back there. And Hawk's having an absolute mare after brilliant qualifying. He's on the fringes, or even advancing into the A final now.
Brilliant from Hayden, like, yeah. Brilliant driving. Bjorkland P6, punched above his weight. So the cutoff is P12, correct?
Yeah. Oh, and off goes Patsuk. Oh. And a rare mistake from our amateur leader. We have not seen anything like that. Maybe we saw like an off, I think, once at Daytona.
I feel bad. I just cursed him.
And Hayes as well has had a separate incident as well. But how unusual is that for our champion-elect in the ass?
So what's he done? Just... Oi! What was that? I mean, where is Luke Blow on track? If he's in the other split, he's watching this thinking, okay, Luke, this is it. This is your time. This is the moment.
Unfortunately, I think Plus is going to have to do that in every race to the end of the season. Won't have a chance.
Oh.
There goes G. Hayes.
Is that wheel issue? Wow. He needs to pull down the sun visor with the track map on. I think that looks really weird. So Hayden Carr's working, but he is not in contention for A final at the moment. But you've got to stick with it, right? Any 1 or 2 position you can nab helps you for the B final.
I don't know if Lewis loaded the V13 project file, which caused Hanker's name not to come up. Or maybe the one that I loaded didn't work anyway. But if he did load it, maybe we can change it back. Because, yeah, there we go. Because, yeah, I think the issues with the grid earlier on, I think, will be down to the software rather than the project file.
I blame the employee.
Oh, it's one of our faults. It's either my fault or it's someone's fault who isn't here. As Gio Sheffield's with an outside chance of getting into the top 12 here. He wants to clear shop if he possibly can.
Yeah, this isn't usually the way to do it. Let's see. You can get that done around the outside. Not easy. These two are going to be going very slow. May get it done. Yeah,
Slow down for Despotakis.
Oof, that's a T1, I assume.
Yeah. So let's see how costly that's going to be here for him. He
Huge.
slows it a little bit on the apex.
Yeah, it's going to be huge.
Still hasn't served it. I think he was hoping to serve it on the brakes into T2, but it hasn't. And this will be an easy race win now for Caracalus. Now, you're not allowed to defend if you have a slowdown. What he's doing here might be all right for now. Yeah, hasn't served it still.
I didn't love that. Because he did park it a little bit on the exit of the hairpin.
And he's flustered. Caracalus going to win back-to-back races now.
Hey, Lampert's got a run. Big run.
Yeah, Tony's not going to let him have it if he possibly
He didn't have a choice. The outside's horrible. If you go door to door, yeah. Oh, he's held on to it though. Wow. He did not. Well, like you said, he was not going to let that go. Right, careful here.
So still 2 more laps to go. 9/10 of a second out in lead. We'll see how much that gap comes down to before the hairpin. But it doesn't look like Gaze is exactly nailing this lap so far. So let's see like Caracalus is safe despite the strength of the slipstream. And that gap continuing to increase. Really not a good few corners for Gazer.
No, agreed. I think he's still in range. I think we'll see that number drop. Not enough though. Yeah. Should get down to 8/7.
Shop did get, Sheffield, of course, made that move stick on Shop. Here comes Bjorklund battling Lampert. Of course, was attacking. Despotakis just a few moments ago.
Bjorklund with a love. Just couldn't nail the traction over the curb.
Heindel passed Frisch as well, a little bit further back. Frisch falling down the order, and now he's got Hawk back behind him again. Of course, these guys were battling for P8 earlier on, but Carter's had a great time of it. He was on the fringes of the top 12 earlier on. Now
Hawk's
P8.
poking. Oh, he had to back out. That would have been. That would have gone wrong fast. If we could get the cut-off colours. Not for me, I obviously know. I always know how many. It's for our viewers.
I mean, you've only done it for a few seasons, right?
Correct.
And there's no way you ask every time.
But the viewers would like to make sure they know.
Because, of course, for the B final, you know that it's the top...
6.
Yeah, yeah.
See?
Classic, Henry. Carter with a slowdown, but he's got a big enough gap.
Yep. Well, it depends on the track where he served it. If it is T1, yeah, he can get that served. Trying to think where else you would possibly get one, to be honest. The big one is T1.
So now, Lampert attacked Despotakis, fell into Bjorklund. Bjorklund attacked Lampert and has now fallen back into Koenig, but Koenig's not going to get it done, and there's a few overtaking spots remaining. Carter still hasn't served this. It really does seem to be tricky to serve it, and he is now only just ahead of Pindel, as it's very close for the lead, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gaze is really closed in.
Like I said, that gap just wasn't enough to... is he going to have a look? Gazer wants this. He can just get any part of it. No.
Oh, it's still an opportunity. And here he goes on the outside. He's ahead. Caracalus drives it in deep. Contact between the two of them. There goes
Wait, there might be more contact as well.
There goes Hanke. Despotakis might win this.
Oh, and
Despotakis on the inside. He hits
got a
his
slowdown.
teammates.
Yeah.
Hanke now has a slowdown. And Despotakis, after taking the slowdown mid-race, somehow he's going to end up winning it all. What a heat. What a final lap. And it's all gone wrong for Caracallis. Hanka just about serves a slowdown at the end. And what a terrible end to the race for Gurga Gazer, who had that sealed up.
If we have time to take a quick look at the replay, I just want to see if Caracallis went in too deep. Because it did look like Lampert, was it? God, it all happened so fast. Lampert had got that done.
Gazer, yeah.
Gazer, yeah, sorry.
So yeah, here it was. Yeah, he went in way too deep. And then a very opportunistic move from Hanka to try to get underneath. More contact was made, and
then the two teammates forced each other, one of them off for a slowdown.
I mean, I've watched quite a bit of the short circuit speed skating at the Winter Olympics recently.
Yeah, same.
Of course, he had the legendary Bradbury moment where he was running in 5th place, and then the top 4 all wiped each other out in the gold medal race. And that was very much reminiscent of that, where he pretty much did nothing there, Despotakis, and he wins the race. All he did was get a slowdown, and he won the race.
Yep.
So, pretty incredible there. So, pole position for Heat 2 then is Finn Wiebelhaus ahead of Joey Pedrick and Ole Postrup. Particularly watch out for Pedrick versus Postrup. They are top 2 in the championship, and Pedrick needs to, well, Postrup needs to be taking points off Pedrick today if he's going to close that gap.
And we've seen Finn and Pedrick fight hard before.
We sure have. Let's see if they do it today. Away we launch. It's a better start for Postrup. It looks like the Pedrick, but it's not enough to get him alongside T1. The top 3 all line astern, and everyone else behind getting into single file. No change to position so far, but Postrup is trying to get up the inside now of Pedrick, sends it in deep, and I think he will get track position, but how long can he hold on to that? He'll try to use the draft from the leader to hold on to it, as there's a bit of side-by-side through 5 and 6.
Yeah. Yeah, Postrup, if he can hold on to the draft, I mean, it's not going to be easy. Oi, as we got some feisty 3-wide action there for a moment.
House Jensen, I think, going onto the grass. We might have another driver on the grass. There's contact. Is anyone going to get stopped? There's a bit of movement in the braking. Kappel's going to try to get involved as well. Kappel might gain from this more than anyone else. Gets underneath these guys. And there's a pile-up at the back.
And one car has just drove... We need to find out who that is. Just was like, I'm going to plough through.
Our producer is laughing. Jensen Anjensens moves up into 4th position quite incredibly. Kappel's lost it all again. The top 3 are off into distance, and now Jensen makes a mistake. But he escapes the slowdown.
Wow. That's a line, I'll use. Yeah, that one car, could definitely see there was a car facing him.
There goes well. It's gone terribly now for Kappel. And this is a dangerous position to be in now.
Yeah. Lovely going in deep. He might get the switch back. Yeah, that's what I was worried. Was a nice move, but he's going to lose 2. Yep. I mean, we'd need to see that again. I feel bad for Kappel, but going in deep where he picked just was going to put himself in trouble because he left that door open for 2 cars. And yeah, I mean, the second car did have the inside, so I mean, I don't know who caused it. But it was a nice attempt, but it was so temporary.
So lots of changes already. Kappel now down 11. Moritz down 7. Colin down 4.
Pascal well up 6.
Kutch and Hodgson out of the race. They must have got involved in the pile-up at the T6 hairpin. Moritz was definitely involved in that as well. You can see his missing bumper and lack of straight line speed, it looks like now. Still not preventing him from battling with Colin.
And this is Luke's blow time to shine. He needs to find his way forward. I think he let him back through there. He's got damage as well.
Yeah, well, I think he has no straight line speed.
Bonk, bonk. Hodgins with the meatball sandwich, unfortunately.
So, I mean, who would be a good driver to look back on that first lap? I feel like maybe, well, we'll see.
Jensen, I suppose, Jensen.
See Alfie we've gone for.
Oh, the group behind, of course.
Oh,
no.
Oh, Daniel.
Yeah, that's Alfie. Yeah. And then move! I want to see that car's perspective who just plows through them all.
Moritz was the one in the air. I'm not sure who it was who drove underneath him.
It was that one. There, the next to Xiaofi right now. Who kills Xiaofi? That one. Yep.
Well, that would be your friend and mine, Luke Blow.
Who's out the race. Unfortunately, this was Luke Blow's biggest opportunity to take a chunk of points away from Hayden. Okay, here we go.
Did he have a chance to avoid it? Let's see.
My money, lots of money, is on yes. And then move, move, move. I've got this. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh. And then, unfortunately, his car was so destroyed in the next corner, he killed Xiaofi.
Whale and Vatsik are passing each other. Top two in the... Oh, blimey, Sog's trying to get past, over the curb, trying everything is Sog.
Just couldn't get the traction. Nice line idea, but...
Whale up 7 places now from his race start. He's cleared Vatsik. You could have dreamed for a better race than this. Vatsik actually now falling into the clutches of Granez, who thinks about sending it.
Yeah, it's that corner usually goes. A late dive bomb. Impressive drive from Postrup, right? That's not an easy thing to pull off. These two are, fantastic drivers and on the same team.
Wonder if I could be really annoying and ask for a replay of Atkinson's on lap 1. I think we saw most of what happened in that big pack of cars, bouncing through 6, 7, and 8. But it was for Atkinson. I think it's probably worth sticking with this for about 30 seconds. That was the...
He has pace, and a serious pace for Pro-Am.
So yeah, there he is going onto the grass. And then you've got, Capel behind.
Whoa, what a change of...
Now Sulk moving to the outside there. Is that Vatsik on the inside? So Vatsik actually had a really good start, didn't he? And then I think this is where it all goes wrong for Vatsik. As he tried to send it back on Sulk, maybe. Oh no, it's Atkinson sends it on all of them.
That's beautiful, though.
And somehow gets through.
No idea. No idea. Well, yeah, that's one way of doing it. He has looked quick, and yeah, don't know what to say. The other two just didn't want any trouble. Great race for Pascal. Wow, really looking good.
Yeah, hasn't quite dropped Vatsik yet, but he seems to have the pace on his fellow countryman. Neeb currently on the fringes of getting through. He's just had a Burt cut.
Up 6, so he's really capitalising on all the position changes, but...
Lost 8/10 on that last lap, though, to Burt cut.
Yeah, this is going to have to fight for it. But we could still see some moves and shakes up front. I mean, Postrup is not letting Finn run away. As Atkinson's just got to slow down and Wales through.
Yeah, it's even better for Pascal. Well, I think Vatsik will get through as well. There goes Vatsik. Well, Atkinson needs to be careful here because he's serving a slowdown. He really shouldn't be fighting right now. And he's, well, we've seen from other drivers, if you've got the slowdown here, you're not going to easily serve it.
No. He needs to be careful here. Okay, so he's going to play park the bus.
Now he's served it.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'd have done bump drafting, so the slowdown goes up.
Yeah, but then you'd have to brake check.
I'd move out of the way at the last split second.
There goes Granez. Gets bad from worse for...
Granez isn't going to be able to keep that, I don't think. Although we have seen it pulled off, and he's done it again, so that's a brilliant move from Granez.
And North as well is going to go through as well. Doesn't leave space on the outside. Doesn't need to. He's clear. And Vatsik now losing many points to Whale and going to be starting much further back in the A final.
So on board with Capel, it will take a miracle for him to make the cut in this race, but he's fighting a very, very damaged Marotz.
Yeah, I mean, Marotz has no straight line speed. I appreciate Kappa wants to get past him now rather than wait for the long straight, but once they get onto the long straight, there's going to be no defense. 2 more laps to go for these drivers. So there goes Kappa.
Yeah, because now he's actually going to have some draft, is the broken no straight line speed car. That's the only thing he doesn't have is straight line speed, and you've just given him it.
Let's see if he can keep up.
Yeah, I mean, the draft's extreme. Even with that damage, he will be able to make a move. I mean, he's going to, as soon as he pulls out, it's going to be awful performance. But he'll be able to make a move, which makes you question Kappa's decision. Yeah, you nailed it. All Kappa needs to do is wait, and then just blow by in the straight, and then the last sector, he'll be so much quicker that... What a battle, though.
Oh, he's done it here. Oh, he needs the apex.
Yeah. Great pace from Porsche. Really keeping with it. Look at these front
he's got
three.
a chance, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
Gaps down to 0.4 of a second. That last lap, he was a few hundredths faster. Pedrick, though, 1/4 of a second faster than these guys ahead, albeit Wiebelhaus nailing the first corner, opens it up to half a second, and that might just be the gap he needs.
Marcelo, thanks for the sub to Apex Racing TV. Yeah, Posture of a run, it's not enough to get it done in the hairpin. Finn's not the easiest man to overtake. But this is good points. Posture scoring more points over Petrick and better qualifying position for the A final. That's all you can really hope for sometimes. But I'd say advantage Petrick still for the championship, finishing P3 in the, yeah, still big points.
Looks like the rest of the positions are fairly clear. Ireland and Neeb looking safe. Neeb holding off that attack from Burkhardt mid-race. Colin not doing enough. I think might have some damage. And Kappel too far back. Marotz has lost out to Kozo as well, and now he's lost out to Sialfi, so awful few corners for him. Bowers in the lead. Finn Wiebelhaus back in the series. And he is going to take a commanding race win. He'll only be P2 on the grid for the A final, but that might be all he needs as he takes the checker flag in Heat 2. Postup takes points off Pedrick. Salk will finish in P5. It's a great result for Pascal. Well, he might well be the happiest driver out on circuit to gain 8 positions from his race start. And it's a very disappointing race for Lars Vatsik, who got shuffled down on lap 1 and shuffled further down after that.
Yeah, and obviously Zombar Island and Neeb just capitalising on lots of mistakes and chaotic racing, see themselves through to the A final. So now we have the battle of the non-qualifiers.
Battle of the non-qualifiers.
Always a fun race. Is there a break for them, or is that no for the A final?
That is for the A final that we have a break in a little bit, but they will. Well, actually, we've just got a couple more drivers actually to cross the line. We've got Luke Blow actually to cross the line, and Jason Hodgson as well, who have both got across the line because they had lap 1 issues, which meant that they were not competitive in the race in the slightest.
Are you a fan of this track?
So I think this track came out around the time that I did less iRacing. And when I say that, that was back in 2019. So I'm not sure if I've ever done a race on the Grand Prix layout here. However, what I would say is the best car track coming out, I don't know if I've hyped this up enough to you, but we did a Super Truck series. And one of the rounds was the short layout of this, not the national layout.
Oh, wow.
The short layout where you cut before T2. And in the Super Trucks, you can cut all the corners and the slow down serve automatically. Yeah. And it was, I can honestly say, the best thing I've ever seen. If anyone wants to check it out, search ARL Super Trucks Apex Racing TV. and you'll see the best racing of your life. I'd love to do a special event of that at some point. Sheffield on pole position then for the B final, ahead of Burkhardt, Shop, Colin, Zegrai, Kappel and Co. Top 6, remember, go through to the A final.
We did super trucks at Lime Rock once, but put an LMP1 in that no one could pick, and the slowdowns meant they served instantly.
Yeah,
because
that's
of the
a smart thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was amazing, mate. Cutting corners.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
And this Hockenheim, for that short there, is the best one. I can honestly say, if you ever do it again, just the way that the grass works, it's incredible. So, just Julian Ojan yet to get onto the grid, I think. Maybe Sebastian Deman and Marcel Gutsch as well, but maybe they won't be taking part. So we're about to get underway then for the B final, and away we launch. It's a good start again from our pole sitter, and I think for the third race in a row, the top 3 will all get into a decent fight, but actually, round the outside, I think that's Franz Schopp trying it there, and he's going to lose out because of that attempt, because Matthew Collin now goes on the inside. Collin might go on the inside of P2 as well, but has to settle back into his position. And the top 4 safely through. Florian Kappel, though, the top of the pros. No, they're not safely through. It's a self-mistake from, is it Burkhardt, I think? And that has ruined his chances, and it was
Sebastian Burkhardt. It didn't look like he got a tap. We didn't have a cam on him at the time.
Oh, look at the inside car.
No.
Look at the inside car. I mean, that might be a legitimate move. I'm not even sure. That's incredible.
Well,
they pulled that off.
You do have a rule in the league that if you if you make someone deviate on their line, isn't it? Something like that?
Yeah. If you turn out the corner.
Because he couldn't turn.
Oh, and someone else has gone deep. That's Sialfi.
I think he clipped the grass.
Yeah.
Sialfi having a really bad day.
I'm trying to figure out who it was who went on the inside. Was it Kozo who went on the inside of just everyone?
It was Sialfi that caused the big wreck in the hairpin on race 1.
It was Kozo who went on the inside of everyone in the hairpin. So, wow. We'll see if the stewards need to take action on that. It'll only be post-race, but thank goodness no one got involved in that.
Yeah, because it's not like he, quote-unquote, pulled it off. There was a bunch of people who couldn't turn in the
others
corner.
pulled it off.
Yeah, the others pulled it off, but Kozo didn't do any of it. The others just chose to survive. Hayden Puttick.
Oh, we might have not a good position to be in here. No. The chassis cars unnecessarily going alongside into T1. Zegrai and Naj. As you can see, Kozo's now got past Colin as well, so Kozo very much seems on his way.
It's going to be quite the button, yeah, with Zegrai, Puttick and Nagy. That's going to be, that's going to be quite the fight for that top 6 position.
Yeah, because Maroc is not going to involve himself in that either. These guys need to work together. Colin. Later on the brakes.
Yeah, it is hard to work together when there's people with draft behind you, because if you don't overtake, you leave yourself very exposed, because the guy behind does have a really big run. Yeah, especially if you're not teammates and you're not in voice with them, it can be tricky to... The draft's just huge. What can Sialfi do after, a nightmare race 1, unfortunately?
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't lose more time, actually, when he went off on the on lap 1 of this race. But he's ready to play. And off! 3 cars involved. 2 of them are the chassis cars.
Was that a chassis mistake killing another chassis?
Well, it was G. Hayes, Vizendi.
I think it was a self-mistake from the chassis. Let's see.
Shop has...
Yeah.
Or is it Shop forcing him onto the curb?
No. They were driving. There were plenty of room. They were both driving. I don't know. We'll look again if you want. It didn't look forced.
Sure. Well, I didn't know. I don't know where else he could have gone. But surely he has to go on the curb here, right?
Yeah. I don't... Yeah, I'm not a steward.
Oh, at least the chassis car's able to get back going again.
That curb, though, has been claiming people all day. If you hit that thing square on, when you land, it seems to just chuck you left or right.
These guys have been battling. Kozo is past Colin. Are they going to work together now against Maroc?
Does look like it. Not easy to pull off again, though.
Kozo able to get stopped again on the inside. Colin tries to get underneath Marat's.
Yeah, great idea. I just don't think it's going to work.
But now, Zico is going to have the draft in there. And I don't think it was worth the batsing from, particularly from Colin. I think he should have let Kozo pass the moment that Kozo got onto his back.
Yeah, because Hayden is going to... We know he's fast. His qualifying time is way faster than the couple in front of him.
Still, well, Blow's now got ahead of Sialfi, and Vey's got ahead of Sialfi as well. So
oh yeah, Luke Blow's not out of it. I mean, there's some big names ahead of him, so it doesn't look too easy. Doesn't mean it can't be done. He's a fast guy.
Yeah, it is a deceivingly long race. We get used to the 10 minutes. And this one with an extra 4 tagged onto the end. These two controlling the race well. Gee, Sheffield, I'm not sure how many A finals Sheffield's got into.
Yeah, this is looking like it's all his. I don't know why Kappa would fight. They've broken the draft. They've got their ticket. Oh, careful for the slow down. And, okay, this is why we're done.
Kozo as well. That's not a good place to serve it. Because now Kappa's going to have to go wide. Gets past, and now Sheffield will probably drop out of the draft. Where is Kozo, though? I fear how Kozo's going to serve this. We've seen some questionable slow-down serves so far. Okay, that's all good for now.
Yep.
Kozo. Still needs to serve to the end of it. Colin's got past as well from Kozo. Zegray versus Pudsek. Pudsek on the charge.
Yeah, Sheffield's almost in draft range now after the slowdown. Yeah, unbelievable. Him and Capo had a 2-second gap over everyone.
Yeah.
They could just chill. That's been completely diminished now. So this is the battle to watch for sure.
Well, of course, leading the race right now, and we've known that Florian is more than capable all season.
I think I'm laughing how stupid that was, though.
So, oh, no, I just lost it.
Oi.
Coldest profile picture in the series, Naj, but
Yeah.
unfortunately not coldest under pressure here.
Oi. Yeah, it's painful to watch. So Kappel's got that draft broken. He can proper chill. Sheffield can't chill. I mean, he's got a ticket through to the top 6. It's just about keeping his cool now. What can Pudsek do? He's going to want to get that position. But David Vey's back there. He's not slow. Luke Blow's not slow. Like, it's going to be interesting.
Here is Blow, feeling like he's being held up by David Vey. Blow is up 7 places, Vey is only up 1, so you may well be right here, Blow. Did not have a good heat, of course.
No.
And of course his championship chances were low beforehand, but right now he risks being overtaken by Joey Ireland in the championship if he cannot get through into the A final.
Of course, yeah, Joey Ireland got his ticket through to the A final. Good pace from Kappel. Yeah, Moritz holding on to Sheffield. Colin probably with a big old penalty coming his way if he really does have a quali ban and did the quali. But you're probably pretty sure that you gave him it.
Well, potentially he could be disqualified from the next event. Potentially.
Well, because he has 2 quali bans only 1 race, which would be...
well, if you don't serve a quali ban, then you get banned from the next race.
Oh.
You don't actually get disqualified from the race
Wow.
that you did, but you get banned from the following race. So, and then have to serve the quali ban at the future round. But obviously, the next round is the last round, so you need to get some penalty points as well.
Did they not reword the rules to say race? If it's a heat race, does that only mean the first one?
Well, I'm sure that's what his lawyer's going to say.
Lawyers.
As Kozo moves back past Colin, And Putzek finally gets past Zegray. So Putzek is now in that final advancing spot. And if Kozo can drag Colin with him, and they're battling. They are battling when they're both already through. And they really need to work together.
Well, if you're worried about anyone behind, like if you feel like there's positions behind that are catching you, then obviously overtaking does make sense. But yeah, if you feel like you both are secure, then of course it's a little stupid.
Yeah, well, I don't think Colin fought it too hard, but then Kozo sort of defended a bit into the next corner.
Did we see the move, Putzek on Zegray?
We saw sort of the back end of it. It was quite a simple move on the inside at the hairpin. It didn't look like Zegray fought it too much. But Putzek is on a charge. You can see how he's closing in on Colin. And, well, this is, yeah, I mean, Hayden Putzek picks almost the right way every single time this season. Of course, we saw that spin into the wall in his heat, but besides that, he has been fantastic in every decision he's made when it comes to racecraft. As Kozzo's got another slowdown. And he pulled away as well. He was 7/10 clear, but he's going to drop behind both of these guys. He'll probably still be ahead of Zegray, but he'll probably be behind both Putzek and Colin. And he hasn't served any of it so far. He's actually still pulling away.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on him. He's absolutely parking the apex.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, which I'd argue that's a penalty. Yeah, that's a penalty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But
No, he served it.
I was going to try and worm the word Kozo because Kozo. Nah, it's.
Can you worm it into 3 wide? Because that's what they are at the moment. Kozo moves back through, and now there's contact. And whoa, it's Putzek through on. So it's Colin ahead of Putzek, with Zegray just behind and Kozo. Yeah, I think we'll be in trouble, but he'll get through to the A final. If he gets into the top 6, he will be through into the A final either way.
Yeah, I mean, he had no intent to serve any of it. He just went on the inside of a hairpin and parked it there till he was done, which, yeah.
Vey with an issue. What a shame for David Vey. Was in with an outside chance, and I think he has just lost it all by himself.
That's sometimes the way it goes.
I think that's actually the funniest thing you've ever said.
Yes. I was hoping.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm happy now. It felt right. You know,
yeah,
everything was bubbling. I felt like this is more natural than my previous ones.
Nice little pause at the end there. I didn't mind that at all.
Oh, wow. Wow, that looked very, yeah, that looked very unlucky. Almost like the car pulled over the curb. I mean, tyres are, a little bit older. Oof. Roch through on Sheffield?
Yes. So 1 more lap to go after this. Putzek with it. Ooh, a little bit right there for Roch. And I think Roch is still ahead of Sheffield. Putzek pulling away a bit from Zegray. Colin looks all right at the moment. Blow and Sialfi catching up to the guys. Oh, you wonder what would have happened to Sialfi had he not made a couple of mistakes earlier on in the race. Well, of course, with an awful starting position, starts down in 16th place in this race. That's why he's further down there. Zegray just hoping to pick up enough draft to keep him. Well, of course, yeah, Zegray's not even going through at the moment, is he? So
yeah.
Does Putzek go for it? Would you go for it if you're Putzek?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be on that 6th position on white flag because you know there's sense, like you know there's opportunistic moves with the draft, so yeah.
Nice slowdowns for these guys. 7/10 to a second back to Zegray. They're safe at the moment.
Although I know Putzek's only like 3.4k, but I don't think I'd want to face him in a Porsche car, to be honest. Unless I've put in the hours of practice. He looks quick.
Kozo with the fastest lap of the race that last time, right? Charging up to the back of Sheffield. Here comes Putzek though. Does he go for it or does he hold position?
He's got it.
He's going to go for it. And there's no defence there from Colin. Probably the wise thing.
And Rox and Sheffield did battle it out there on exit. Oof.
Sialfi and Blow. These could be important points for Blow in his fight for P2 in the championship, and he does, for now, hold on to that position.
Yeah, I think it got feisty between Rotz and Sheffield there. They swapped positions, and now there's a whopping 1.3 second gap between them. I think the hairpin, they came to blows.
Yeah, so very close now.
Cap will be happy with this recovery because it looked over on his first race.
Yeah, starts at P6 in this one, and as the top pro driver, he's done what he's needed to do. Only one pro driver is going to miss out on getting into the A final. It's going to be David Vey, down in P12. And Sheffield off! Oh my goodness me!
What?
And another one's off!
There's oil on the track.
Unbelievable! Matthew Collins lost it, and Luke Blow is going to get through at the end.
We need to see that.
My goodness!
There's oil down.
Well, of course, we've seen that corner fairly iconic for slides off the circuit in the past. And what happens here? Gio Sheffield, who'd driven a brilliant race, and has Kozo tagged him at the end?
Yeah.
He has. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Kozo's got involved in a lot of stuff today, and
What happened to the other
that
dude?
really is unacceptable. Unfortunately, we've lost the replay now, unless Lewis can... Lewis might be able to manually... I know this will look unprofessional, but Lewis, if you go into like the actual iRacing sort of overlay stuff, you might be able to pick the lap and then be able to show that potentially to us.
It might have just been caught out by everything that was happening, but the second guy, yeah, it's a bit unexplained why he would... Yeah, but this is what you asked. Would I go for it? Yes, because white flag nonsense. Kozo's move there was pretty dumb. Yeah, and unfortunate. But yeah, the other guy must have just been distracted by what was happening up ahead because he just came out of it backwards.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the most dramatic end to a B final we've had all season long.
I'm
Quite
excited for the
incredible.
A final. Got some big names up the front.
Mm. Yeah.
And Luke Blow, I'm chuffed for him getting through to the.
Yeah.
Because now, if anything happens to Hayden and Luke can stay out of trouble, move up 10, 12 positions, which he can definitely do, because obviously he's going to be way at the back of this A final. I mean, it's copium and hopium on the huge scale.
All he needs to do as an amateur is just win the overall race next time out, score a perfect result,
And Hayden
do badly, and then it's open, right? So it's all to play for. Here was that second incident then. So this was Colin, and he's been hit as well. And I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just desperate.
Well, of course, that was for the last spot,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, the Kozo and Colin, it's just desperate. And not to mention...
Well, Colin was the one who's hit, right? I think it was Z-Grade.
Oh, Z-Grade, sorry,
yeah.
Just desperate. But this is why I would have wanted to made the move at the hairpin. Because, yeah, that brake release down the inside, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, Putzer could have been in the firing line there.
Yeah,
that's very disappointing to see from Z-Grade there, because that was you know, it's always an element when it comes to that B final. You know, do you just you know, you got the potential to punt someone out and you get into the A final, but obviously there's a level of fairness that you need to do. So I think there'll be a hefty penalty for that one if it is as bad as it looks. There are the results for Heat 1. Despotakis winning out, of course. So what do we think? Despotakis on pole, but Viborhaus, for much of qualifying, looked very difficult to beat. And in that heat, he was, even with the draft, he never looked under pressure.
Yeah, Despotakis got that slowdown though. So, whereas Finn had the perfect race. Finn's the more aggressor. I would argue Despotakis has better racecraft in the sim. I realise Finn's an amazing driver. It's going to be a feisty race. It really depends how those Lion GP boys line up. I don't know. I'm pretty sure a Lion GP driver will win this race.
I think that's a good shout. Adam Reed, one of our commentators at Apex Racing TV, saying absolute chaos. I agree, Adam. And Nick Madsen, driver who's won many races in this series, fought for a few championships, saying good evening, guys. Good evening to you, Nick. Here is our A final qualifying order then. Despotakis ahead of Wiebelhaus, ahead of Handke and Postrup. I will give a quick shout out to Apex Racing Academy, of course. Do make sure to check out apexracingac.com in order to get yourself setups and track guides for this Porsche Cup car, as well as so many other cars on the iRacing platform. Here we go then. Those may need to change the camera. There we go. And
that's the wide camera.
well, so you can't see us.
Yeah, no, just it looked dramatic.
Sure.
I think put the race small.
Okay. We've got 10 more seconds to go. Who hasn't got on the grid? Okay, everyone's on the grid. And here comes the lights then. So, Despotakis versus Wiebelhaus on pole position. Here we go. It's not a great start for Wiebelhaus, but it's good enough. It's a good start for Postrup. Postrup on the inside here, trying to move up into third place straight away, and that is what he has done. Fantastic stuff for him. Karakaulis is going to try to take advantage as well, but he's actually got a little bit of a poor exit from that corner, and he's going to be under pressure now from the driver of Pedrick just behind, but Pedrick has to side behind. It's 3 wide on the Sim Racing Norway cars, might get a bit of contact. It's 3 wide again now into T5, Yikes. And off the side goes our championship leader Whale, and also off goes Lampert and Bjorklund as well, losing a lot of time. So Vatsik back ahead of championship rival Whale. Out in the lead, Despotakis holding on against his teammate right now. But there goes Karakaulis, and he hits Postrup, and round goes
everyone.
And
we've
Patrick managed to get through, but
we lost Gazar, Murat. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know what.
Wiebelhaus was the one who got spun round.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. That's very unlike. It was Karakaulis, not Despotakis. It was Karakaulis, Jim.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Way too deep.
Well, that was what we were fearing was going to happen at the start of the B final with Jose. And that time it really did happen.
And it's surprising that Postrup's P4, I thought he was the one initially hit by it.
Well, yeah, he was initially hit and sort of managed to skirt around it all. But here comes this next corner, and that's a tap there from Whale. And wow, that is very lucky there for Bjorklund to be able to
what
pitch
car
it back
control?
in the right order.
I think Wow obviously backed out. It did look accidental.
Oh, Bjorklund might be hit again, but he gets away with it. That's a Frisch who's coming within inches of him. Ireland wide in the background. He's going to hold up Hawk.
Schultz having a good run of it, obviously surviving all the chaos. He's P3.
Here goes Hawk on Ireland. It means that Despotakis got a 1.2 second lead. He might be clear already. And Petrick going to have a hand and a half on the championship trophy now.
Adrianson's having a fantastic... I mean, he's looked fantastic throughout, but P5 overall right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looked brilliant in qualifying, very dominant, able to just bang in those fast laps over and over again. Postrup needs to hold on. Wouldn't be surprised if Postrup doesn't have some damage. I thought he was the car initially hit.
Yeah, he was initially hit, yeah.
I didn't actually catch Finn being spun out. I assume it was on the outside after the...
Yeah, Finn sort of got tagged a bit. But he was ahead of them all, was Finn. Here was the battle between the teammates. And you're going to see the car on the inside, Karakaulis.
Where are you coming from, mate?
Oh, so actually Pedrick sort of hits him. Oh, sorry, not Pedrick. Postrup sort of hit Wiebelhaus. But I wonder if it was in reaction to trying to take evasive action to...
Yeah, possibly.
The driver on the inside. Or whether he just messed it up himself. Bjorklund got caught up in this. He's down 6 places. You would think from this position you might gain something, but...
I think everyone travels outwards, that's the problem. And it's a parking lot as well.
So he gets through the initial bit, doesn't he?
Absolute parking lot, unfortunately. Oof.
And then it's later on that he actually gets caught up on this. Oh, sorry, he was involved in the T5 incident. He went off at T5, so actually he did gain a few places from that.
Granez with a big run here from Gazer. Can he do anything about it? No. Just focus on the exit and try and get it done at the hairpin. So that draft between Petrick and Despotakis is gone now. So Petrick has the draft, but it is a 2-car breakaway. Botzig and Konin going at it. Love that livery. They're teammates, right? The two of them.
Yep, German Sim Racing.
Love the livery. You need to pick an animal for me, and I'm going to put an animal on the side of my car. I think I'm inspired. I want it. So pick me one.
Meerkat.
A meerkat. That is really specific.
Shark?
Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah. I think I'd want to be. Yeah, I think I would be a shark. Yeah.
Shark. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'll get chatted to people off soon. I'm only kidding.
You do support our creative
Gemini.
distributor.
Now, just for the prototyping phase.
Sure.
Oh, there's a corner there.
Oh, Joey, where are you going, man? Where are you going?
Well, Joey got it. No.
Well, I think.
But, I mean, neither of them used the apex. Joey was the only one using the racing line. Joey was wondering where they were going, to be fair. No, I really thought Joey was going to go for it T1.
Oh, too much curve for Hawk. I mean, he got the slowdown there, I think, on the inside, not even on the outside. And Ireland will move past as well as others. Posture with a slowdown now, so he'll be right in the clutches of Adjinson in a moment. He probably will be overtaken actually by Adjinson.
He will, yeah.
Yeah, there he goes. So that's his chance of getting the draft and, cruising up to Sulk gone. He'll still be in the draft of Adjinson.
I think I remember Pustrup getting a slowdown in his first race as well, unfortunately.
What could have been for Karakaulis, the leader of the... No, sorry, Karakaulis... I get so confused between Karakaulis and Despotakis.
Karakaulis was leading coming into the last lap, and then it all kicked off, and Despotakis got the win.
Yeah.
And then he decided to go bowling in the AE final.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
There you go. No more Henman comments. All right?
Oh no, I'm Henman.
Neither of us needed to be. It was you that played this game. Where did Finn end up, by the way? I haven't actually paid attention. So he's P8.
Yeah, he's done well actually to recover as well.
As long as no damage, we know he can fight that back through, and will fight that back through.
Yeah.
He's done 2 last to firsts.
Yeah, Daytona in 10 minutes he went from 26th to 1st.
And Imola, I think it all went wrong for him in his heat, and then in the B final he was like, okay, hold my beer.
Well, I think that may have, I wasn't around for that one, but I remember as well it happened at Monza as well. So when he had a quali ban, so
yeah,
he has probably done as many overtakes as anyone else, but only doing half the season. Posture back past Adjinson, and I think Adjinson's letting him have that, and we'll hope that he can sort of keep them away from Karakaulis and co. Behind. Oh dear. It's a long day.
it's a tough word, mate. But yeah, I mean, excellent stuff from Anderson. This is definitely his track. He is crushing it here today. Looked very, very good.
Top 2 member in the race are teammates. They're both Lion GP, Despotakis and Pedrick, so don't expect them to take chunks out of each other. But they were bouncing each other pretty hard on lap 1 as there goes Cozzo on Neeb. Another overtake for the Italian. Of course, in the final through controversial circumstances.
Yeah, the Renaults had a good team. I've been quite the fan of, was it Granez this season? I think it's had a good season. And their other driver is...
Cozzo?
No, there is another one.
There is another?
There is another. I'm pretty sure there is. I've been wrong before. Yeah, so not only are these the same line, they are the same Lion GP team as well.
Yeah, there are 3 teams for Lion GP, and these guys are the exact same one. There goes Whale on Grannis, so 15th place for Whale. Currently would be 5 positions behind Vatsek and would be limiting the damage because he did outscore Vatsek.
Here comes Finn.
In Heat 1.
His first victim. And of course, Finn's not really fighting for a team championship. He came late into the season and had his fair share of things go wrong. These guys do have enough room to battle, should they wish to.
Yeah, but I mean, credit to Solk. He's really keeping these guys honest. He was only, well, he was a 10th faster than Despotakis on that last lap. So these guys really are going to have to leave it to the last couple of laps to be confident they're not going to be
sure
caught.
Petrick going for the championship, right?
True. Yeah, so yeah, will that factor into Despotakis' thinking?
Yeah, Petrick. If I remember right, he did have it done, right? He did have Petrick. He overtook Petrick and got the slowdown. So he got Petrick in. So yeah, Postrup got Petrick, sorry, into T1.
Yes, but then he sort of hit,
of course,
Beaver House, but then they both got hit by
Caracalis. Long day.
So many names. It's just so many. I get confused between Petrick and Postrup. I get confused between Despotakis and Caracalis. It's very, very tricky.
Yeah. So I wonder how many of these will go for Pesk. Obviously, recently announced.
Yeah.
I bet Finn will. He has been hitting this car hard in the officials.
Yeah. I mean, as long as his real life schedule doesn't get in the way.
Fair.
But yeah, I think certainly a few of these Line GP guys will.
So if you're keen in the car and good and not from Europe, then you could have a chance.
Yeah, all these Chinese drivers in this series will be loving it. All the Aussies. There goes Ireland on, I mean, is that a double overtake on Horg and Zombo? I'm not quite sure. We caught it late. As Wiebelhaus, by the way, has got past Caracalis. That's how much pace he's got, because those two started.
Whoa.
First and second.
What's the middle car doing? Wait. I need to study that move for science. All three looked weird. They all swapped positions.
I was really paying attention to that, actually.
Look at this. The first car parks it, I assume a slowdown, parks it inside deep. And then double switch back.
So Ireland was the one who ended up ahead.
Yeah, but was Ireland serving a slowdown? It looked weird because he was parked in the middle of the track going very slow.
Yeah, a lot happened there and no places actually changed.
Yeah, that's why I think scientists need to study what happened.
Wiebelhaus passed North as well. North, has he got past? Yeah, North has got past Caracalis. It's going to be bad to worse for Caracalis, and now he's offline as well. And Hanke will try to get past.
So here comes
under pressure behind as well.
Here comes Finn on Adjunson. Don't think he's going to have much of a defence to mount.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jensen's dropped out of the draft of Postrup, to be honest.
Yeah, or maybe Finn sent it or showed the nose a few times.
That'll be a fun battle if we do get Postrup versus Wiebelhaus come the end of this race. Of course, top two in the Heat 2. Wiebelhaus getting the better of him.
Yeah, let's see. There is a sizable gap.
Did Hanke just get past? Vatsig defending Gazer and Koenig. What could have been for Gazer, right?
Yeah.
Vatsig for, I mean, he could have been on reverse, on the pole for the A final. But got involved in that crazy Heat 1 last lap. In terms of the final laps, I think we could have, said at the start of the season, Daytona will have the best final lap of the season. I would argue today may just beat that. And it's all been in the final sector as well, when usually the Vatsig is over. Here comes Gazer, and he's going past Vatsig now. Gazer's got a lot of pace to be able to pull it off in the third sector. And yeah, we'll see if he can drag these cars up. Karts has gone for a very ambitious move. And that is quite incredible that he's pulled that one off. But he's got a slowdown, and that was inevitable. I was ready to criticise Karts there, and he actually nearly proved me wrong. But I have been proved right after all. That was not a move worth making. You served the slowdown very quickly, though.
Yep.
That's how you serve it.
Wiebelhaus 1.6 is catching.
Oh, change the leads.
Hairpin things.
And look how close Solk is now. If only Postrup didn't get his slowdown earlier on, then he'd fancy his chances. Wiebelhaus thinking, could I win this?
Well, no, he can't. No, he can't. They would have to fight. Why would they fight more?
Well, I don't know. Why did they fight before? Because
it's
by
Patrick's
fighting-
championship.
But yeah, Patrick seemingly sent it into T6 and wasn't able to get it stopped. Despotakis back underneath. He's got 2 more attempts at it. It was.
It looks correct. No.
Okay, no, he didn't go on the inside. He just got his nose ahead for a fraction. I didn't really know what was going on there. Why did he pull out so early?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Actually, we've got 3 laps to go, just. It actually depends if they slow each other down. If they have some really bad laps here, they might only get 2 more laps in, but it's very close.
Okay, everyone's got the fuel.
Yeah.
It's close, yeah.
If we are going to make it, it's going to be by less than 5 seconds wide for Despotakis.
I don't think Wheelhouse is going to get a chance on Australia. Just don't see how.
Well, if Kostrup is going to challenge for this championship, he needs Petric to get involved in a collision here. As Petric not using the drafts, but they're still defending against each other. Sulk probably not understanding what they're doing up ahead. And they continue on. 2 more attempts into that hairpin still to come. As here comes Wales, still trying to make up a place. It's on Carter. This train sort of calming down a little bit now. Gazer got to the front of it, and he's now dragging them all along. So they've all got the same slipstream on each other, so not really any moves there. Ireland doing very well up in 17th place. Looks like he's going to win his first amateur event, actually, since the first round of the season, I believe, which is quite incredible, considering how good a start it was for him. But it's been slim picking since then. Did have a good time of it last time. Finished 2nd, but this will be a dominant win in the AMS.
Yeah, very impressive. Renner's not able to make any ground, surprisingly. But then again, I mean, the Pro-Am field is stacked, right?
Yeah.
They've been strong all season.
Oh, Carter's round. And was that contact with Whale? Which could be interesting when it comes to penalties later on.
Oh, that's sad to see. Talking of strong Pro-Am drivers, Aiden's definitely been one of them. And let's see, is he going to cover off the left? I mean, I don't know. That will happen too quickly. That will happen too quickly.
Out in the lead, gaps back down to 1/4 of a second. I don't think this is the white flag. These guys will know whether it's the white flag or not. Any dummy? No. Well, I think that indicates that it's not the white flag because Petric not going for it. And Sulk with half a chance, but I don't think it's worth it. I think it's worth letting Petric go and hoping that the top 2 crash into each other on the last lap. But no, he is going to go for it, and this is perfect for Despotakis, and this might just be Despotakis winning this race right here.
Yeah, 100%. That right there means Petric needs to watch his mirrors.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bit pointless there from Olivier. And yeah, there's no catching Despotakis now unless he picks up a slowdown at T1. We don't think this is going to be the checker flag. I think we've got 1 more to go.
Wheelhouse has brought that gap down to almost draft range, which it's gone unnoticed, but very impressive.
So
But
2 seconds we had to spare.
I wonder if we'll see any fuel issues. If it really is that, yeah, 1 or 2 seconds, might catch someone out.
Yeah. Of course, these guys are very quick out in the lead. A lot of these guys would have anticipated 1 less lap by their own pace, but these guys have forced the extra one.
Yorkland inside. Great race from Despotakis, this. You know, he won his heat as well.
Oh, here comes Sulk.
Park it. I hate that, don't you? I mean, it's not really against the rules, but it's not glamorous overtake. Oof.
Ooh,
All
whoa,
to play
what's
for
going
here.
on there? I don't know what Carlos. Yeah, I didn't understand that. But there's a black flag for Kozo. That's for picking up too many incidents. I'll be getting a few other penalties as well, I think.
Something's happened to Hug there as well.
It's all going on in the top 10. So Adjinson still in P6, but North ahead of Hanka, ahead of Karakalis, ahead of Gazer. Here comes Sulk. He's going to take a couple points off Pedrick.
Pedrick's pushing him through the corner.
There is an opportunity into the penultimate corner, and here he goes on the inside. Is there the space available? Sulk leaves the space, and Sulk will hold on to P2 if he can get out of the corner. He can. Despotakis wins. Sulk in second, and Petrick has to settle for third. Postrup will take the championship to the final round of the season, but Petrick is in an almost unassailable position. Into the pits comes Karakalis. I think that must be a toe, right? I don't think he's actually out there, so disappointment for Karakalis at the end.
We wondered what he's doing in the hairpin. I wonder if he was lifting. Oh,
and a spin for Hawg, who will finish.
That's 2 spins on the white flag lap. Yeah, 2 spins, hairpin and the last corner. All went wrong. I don't know what happened to him at the hairpin or into the last corner, but that's not gone well for him, unfortunately.
So Vatsik ended up in P12. He lost a couple of places, I think, at the end. Is this, oh, is he going to be hit? Oh my goodness.
Wait, was that intent? They're teammates.
Our producer just said they were teammates. Are they teammates? I think they were teammates. I think it was a...
But why did he turn left into his teammate?
Here's Joey Island with... oh, so Island lost the lead. Oh my goodness me. It was Kozo and Hawg. And we're going to have to get that replay from a little bit earlier. Hawg ahead here. Kozo... Oh my... Oh,
no. That's Hawg. Yeah, 100. I've not been impressed with Kozo's driving, but that was 100% Hawg. He just reacted.
And poor old Ireland sums up his season.
Yeah.
And here was Hawg. Oh, he's going to spin it by himself, it looks like, with the NDM. No?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, where you go? Yeah, Hawg's lost it. Unfortunately, he's lost his composure. He's actually lost it, yeah. Unfortunate. I like Gordon. He's had a good season, but... Yeah, block in and then self-NDM in. And
this is what happened to Karakalis at the end.
Whoa.
Oh, lose it
all no. He got hooked on the curb. Absolutely hooked on the curb.
Disappear, I guess, alt forward. Alt forward.
Yeah. Well then.
Well, some dramatic final laps. I don't know what was going on there. But like I said, I thought Daytona would have the most action. And we did have some good final laps back at Daytona. But that might just take the take the win. Yeah, what a chaotic few races, eh?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a steward. No, it's fun though. Some good racing. I was impressed. Obviously, some desperate moves, especially that second to last right-hander. That Petrick tried it, and you could see him backing out. He just didn't want to wipe out the car. It's just, yeah, it's not on.
So let's have a chat with some of our drivers then. First up, we'll have a chat with is the man who has more plot armor than anyone I've ever seen, Hayden Putzuk, who somehow wins in the amateurs. Hayden, congratulations. I don't think you led in the amateur class through your heats or through the even through the B fun. I think I'm not sure if you won in the AMs, and then come the A final, last lap, you get through. How do you do it?
To be fair, after that, qualifying was like I couldn't have wanted anything more. And I don't know what happened in that first heat. I just sort of switched off momentarily. I was in a good position as well, and after that, I was like, this can't happen like this. I can't drop the point. So after that race, the consolation race, I sort of thought I'm just going to have to sort of go full send. That's sort of the only option. That was 15th. I don't know how. I don't know. I didn't really drive much differently than normal, to be honest, but somehow found picking off positions. And yeah, that last race was. I kept getting confirmation from my team. I was like, "Who's the leading arm?" I just wanted to keep double checking. And then when I realised it was Joey, and then I think it was a Renova car. I think on the last lap went for questionable overtake. And then, yeah, don't know how, but I'll take it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just seeing a replay now of your lap one, I think in the A final, and I think we missed all of that with your spin and some contact. So yeah, pretty incredible how you managed to bring it back from there. Yeah, what was the racing like? I mean, obviously you said there that you sort of had to go full send come that B final. We saw a lot of overtakes in maybe some unusual places. Like it seemed like the third sector, we saw quite a lot of overtakes. Did you ever feel safe on the circuit? Were you able to sort of calm down in the third sector and sort of just look for overtakes at the hairpin, or will you find that actually you had to make the moves elsewhere?
Yeah, to be fair, I think if you don't sort of get a move, or if you can get a move done within the first, or sort of up until the hairpin after the long straight, if you can sort of get a move done, that was sort of my plan each lap. If I could try and pick off cars one by one into that hairpin, I think I might have been running a bit more wing than most people. I found the straight line I wasn't great, but in that last sector, car felt pretty planted. So I thought if I could aim at least to get cars under the braking and then just try and hold them off, and then try and get a bit of the gap at least until the straight again. But yeah, I think I don't know if I've completely forgotten where I even overtook people, but yeah, I think I was just running more wing, to be fair. But yeah, that definitely helped getting moves done and just sending it on the brakes, to be fair.
And looking ahead to the final round of this championship, it's Adelaide. Have you bought the circuit yet?
Yeah. As soon as Adelaide came out, or I did drive the Porsche Cup round there, but I think it's going to be a bit of a survival race rather than maybe get a good lap in quali and then just sort of kill the rest of the race. But I have a feeling it's going to be carnage throughout as well.
Yes, we'll see what the racing's like there. Before we let you go, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, we'll give once again Rennsport boys backing me up the whole way. I don't know if I have got the championship. I have not even looked at points.
I don't think you do, because I think technically, because your drop score obviously is a 0, I think potentially maybe if like Joey wins every race next time, like overall, and you don't turn up, it could still change. But basically you just need to turn up, I think, and hope that Joey doesn't turn into Gregor Hootsu, and you should be fine.
Yeah, to be fair, he had a good race today. I do feel bad for him on that last lap, but I'm sort of going to take the scraps as they get thrown at me. But yeah, hopefully I'll be here next week, hopefully in this call again, and hopefully with a championship.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Hayden. Best of luck, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, GG's.
Hayden Partic. I forgot. I mean, again, guy with insane plot armor. He crashed in his heat. He crashed at the start of A final, and then they all crash ahead of him come the end, and he does very well.
That's what his season's been, is massive points. He's done that. Obviously, it helps he's rapid. It helps he's good in qualifying. Actually, qualifying's his strong point, and we mentioned in AM, that can be huge points when you're 7 positions ahead of your nearest teammate. And then just minimising all your point losses, and that's what Hayden's done all season long. That's why he's wrapped up the championship so early. Well, earlier than others. Yeah, fantastic driver. As I say, he would have done well in Pro-Am.
Yeah.
I think he gets jumped straight to Pro for season next.
We'll see. We'll see who signs up next season. Yeah, no, he's been excellent this season. So far, no one joining us for a chat. I will quickly give another shout out to the Apex Racing League Prototype Championship. Sign-ups are open for that. Just head over to apexracingleague.com, and of course make sure to join the Apex Racing League Discord and follow our social medias as well, so that when we announce any new series, you're the first to find out about it. You can get your name on the list, because prototypes have only been open for about 4 or 5 hours, and I think we've already got about 10 entries. So awesome. These series can fill up quite quickly, so it's very important that you put your name down quickly. So if you are interested, please do.
So what are the formats?
It's just 60-minute races and 75-minute races.
Awesome.
It's 9 rounds, few break weeks later on in the season, and following the IMSA circuits. So, yes.
So the tracks are announced or not?
Yes.
They are.
Silverstone round 1. So yeah, going to Laguna Seca, I think, for the first time in the series. So that'll be interesting. We've got Tony Despotakis. Would you like to have a
Awesome.
chat?
Yes, I would.
The
Let
man
me
who
just-
I picked to win today.
And he did end up winning
And
the
he
A
did end
final.
up winning, so he can thank me.
Hi, Tony. Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Hello, guys.
First of all, GG's. I think you won. It was hectic, so I'm trying to remember. But you won both your races, if I remember rightly. I think
Yeah.
your earlier race was
Yeah.
calamities, though. Like, you went from looking dominant in P2, picked up a slowdown, dropped to P5, and then everyone died in front of you, and you... I'm trying to remember. I think it was that.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yes. I dropped like for a moment I was P5, but I kept P4, and then on the last lap, George and Gergo Gazer, they had like an incident, and then my new teammate, tried to take advantage of the situation, but not in the best way. And so at the end, I took advantage of the situation. Probably I was a bit aggressive on the turn after the hairpin, but okay, I think it was within hard racing.
No, from what I saw, it was good stuff. There was a lot of hard racing out there, so your minor one probably went unnoticed. How was it? Was the drop? Have you been doing officials this week?
I did like a couple of them with my Smurf, but mostly I think it was only one with open setup. So I think my setup was not very optimized. The conditions also changed a lot during quali. Then the Heat 1, the feature race, it was all over the place. The feature race was a bit too grippy for my setup. I was a bit too tight with my wing, so I couldn't deliver good pace. But I was very confident on my braking ability, so I knew I could defend like pretty much anything unless I did a hard mistake.
Sure. And in the feature race, everything that happened behind you in the hairpin, you must have been relieved. It takes a bit of the pressure off, right? You're seeing fire and smoke behind you as you exit.
For sure, yes, for sure.
I believe it was your friend Caracalis that came in like a bowling ball. Yeah.
If you can see we already clipped it from his stream. You can see his reaction. His face was so terrified when he realized he had braked late.
Yeah.
But I think the other two guys were already killing themselves.
I mean, it will need to be correct. It was whether they were reacting to the bowling ball they were seeing, though. Maybe they were, seeing a missile coming.
That's true. It's terrifying.
So the stewards will try and take that into...
Yeah. It will be tough for the stewards, I think.
But after you got free, was it just a case of managing the pace?
Yeah, I tried to... At first, I was like 1.2 seconds from Joy, so I pushed a bit in case I managed to get off the slipstream, but I couldn't do that. So after he approached me, I knew that I could defend, but I wasn't expecting him to attack. So I was thinking that maybe we will go until the couple last laps and then fight it out. I wanted to take a win because I haven't gotten a win yet in this season, so it was my opportunity. So I would fight it, and as I did. But he started attacking too early, so Oliver managed to catch up, and then he did a mistake. He lost some time on the penultimate lap, and at the end, he lost the position. That was a pity. But I don't think he has a problem. I think he has almost secured the drivers' championship now. We also got lots of points for the teams' championship. I don't know the math, but we should be in front now again because we lost the position, the lead, I think, on the team championship.
Yeah, I don't know the points, but you've scored massive points there in the feature race. And the hairpin, I remember now you and Patrick fighting in the hairpin. You went inside, he followed, then he tried to make a move around the outside. I think that's how it went. Like you say, it was a bit early because Schultz, he's not slow.
Yeah, sure. And if you give them time, if you start fighting, even if someone's slow, he will catch up. Because the way that Hockenheim is set up, you can do like continuous X moves until you finally get an advantage. So you're always having something to do. So you end up losing lots of time when you get
Yeah.
into such fights. So yes, this was the crazy thing. That's what worried me. It was when he tried to go on the outside on the right hander leading to the left hander. So he stayed like almost off the track. And from then on, I knew I was under attack. I
Yeah.
was sure of it. But okay,
Yeah.
at the end, it worked out.
No, great racing. Yeah, and fun stuff. Adelaide, you looking forward to Adelaide?
Unfortunately, I will be on a business trip, so I will not race in Adelaide. I was not looking forward to it. I've never raced it, so I don't know the track. It would be a new thing for me.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, it's an interesting track. I like city circuits. So
Yeah, it looks
it's
high
interesting.
demand. Like it needs a lot of focus. One mistake and race over. It looks good.
It's
though,
it's
yeah.
one with the chicane on the first turn is like a chicane with high curves.
Yeah, very high curves, and then the chicane itself is extremely high curves. Yeah.
Yeah, this should be lots of work for the stewards as well, I think.
All right, Tony. Yeah, again, GG's mega race, and yeah, obviously that's your season wrapped up. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
As always, my team, Lion GP, Dennis, our manager, and thanks to Joy for the hard racing. That's all.
Excellent
Thank
stuff.
you guys also for the very nice broadcast. I'm wishing you a nice race in Adelaide, and I'll see you, I guess, next season.
Awesome. Look forward to it. Are you going to go for PESC, Tony? Quick question before you leave.
Yeah, sure. I'm already in the Discord. I'm as we all are. I think we're waiting for the more details to see how it works.
Awesome,
new
mate. Okay,
system
I
now.
will try and follow your progress, but good luck in that.
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Have a
Tony.
good night, guys.
And yourself. Cheers.
Bye bye.
Our winner there, dominant winner. Both races. You don't accidentally win both.
Yes, yeah. Really good performance from him. I think that's pretty much it for our interviews. In terms of the championship, Pedrick outscored Postrop by 1 point today, so he goes into the final round of the championship with a 27 points advantage. So yeah, Postrop would need to have a very good final round in order to win that. But of course, things can go very wrong at Adelaide. In the Pro-Ams, Whale outscoring Vatsik, so 44 points. Vatsik would need to score more points than he has done in any other round to even have a chance. I mean, we're talking about like an overall podium really for Vatsik, and hoping that Whale simultaneously has a very bad round is his only chance. And yeah, Hayden Putzik was asking if he'd confirm the championship. He's only 105 points clear. He needed to be 130 points clear in order to
105 in one round it's almost not happened.
Well, the most points that Luke Blows scored in a round is 69.
So hoping Hayden gets a
scoring
minus
106.
550.
So yeah, is unlikely.
Yep.
Hayden could get some penalties, and then that would give him a 20-point post-season penalty. So that's some of the points. Trying to gather these up for Luke to make you feel better. And Joey Island's right there as well. He's still got a mathematical chance.
1 point between them, is that?
Technically, Wiley Blair's got a chance. What all Wiley needs to do, he has to win both his heat and the A final, and Hayden to score nothing.
And Luke to score very low.
And
Joey to score very low.
Well, and Ireland. So, Wiley, I'm sure, will be,
mathing it out.
Yeah. But that, I think, is pretty much it from us. Of course, once again, thanks to Apex Racing Academy for sponsoring the series. Check out apexracingac.com, as well as all the other links in the description below. We've got SDK Gaming, who do our overlays. Of course, Apex Racing Academy. Apex Racing Simulators, where we sell hardware, as well as, of course, have our membership here at the Apex Racing Sim Centre in Corby, Northamptonshire. And, yeah, ARA, AR TV. Just check out all of those links. And check out our social medias as well. Check out the Apex Racing League Discord as well, so you get the latest news on all the leagues coming up. But for now, from myself, Sam Fitzpatrick, and from Dave Stephenson and everyone here at the Apex Racing TV esports studio, we'll see you back in 7 days' time at Adelaide for the season finale. See you then. Ciao.
Sim racing has become too expensive, and that's why we've set up our membership here at Apex Racing Sim. This is our sim centre in Corby, and you can use the rigs here for as little as £20 a month. And that's not just for a one-off, that's as much as you want for an entire month. So just head over to apexracingsim.com to become a member.